So I'm having a chat with Feet. How are you guys?
We're grand, thanks.
Well,
Good. You're here at Truck Festival. How's your festival experience been so far?
Today or in general?
Today, yeah.
Been on a buggy, so it's a good start.
Yeah.
you can't beat a bit of buggy.
No, you can't.
You feel a bit privileged, don't you, when you're on a buggy at a festival and everyone looks at you going, "Who's that?"
Yeah, it's one of those self-indulgent sort of bullshit moments.
Imposter syndrome, really, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, after this weekend, you've got some more live stuff coming our way. For those who want to come and see you live, what's the plan next?
We're playing Why Not next week. That's from my memory.
We've got a few other festivals. Some in France. We're going to do a string of headline shows, I think, which are not announced. When are they? September, October, autumn, and then we're supporting Willie J Healy, and then hopefully some other shows towards the end of the year. We love shows.
But we're recording right now, so that's why we're laying low a little bit.
Yeah. I was going to say, because it's been a fair few months now since your last single.
Yeah.
So where are you at now with music?
We're in the studio with this guy called Andy Savers, who's this amazing producer. We've done about 7 out of 12 tracks. We were just in the studio. What's the day today? Sunday, Friday. So
Okay.
we're fresh out of the studio,
Yeah.
pumped and full of inspiration.
And how's it sounding?
It's sounding incredible.
Good.
We're really happy with it. It's the kind of album that we feel like we really have been wanting to put out for the past few years. It's been a long time since our first one. Yeah, it's everything. It's the culmination of so many hard but important and challenging years of work. We've put it all into this. It's now or never.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, good. And how's it sounding at the moment in comparison to the music of yours that's already out there?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think we were just saying to another guy that this new, I guess it's a new sound. Every band thinks they have a new sound. Whether we do or don't, I don't know. But it's we like to make pop songs. Things that are inherently pop, that have a pop structure, melodic, but have this this element about them which is quite janky, and that it's not polished, but this balance, this juxtaposition of a song that has a pop structure, and we're a guitar band, so we don't want to go too crazy, but it's got to be a bit rough around the edges.
Yeah.
And I think we're always mindful of that, and to always have that in mind when we're writing and in the studio. If it's too nice, then it won't cut it. And it's actually harder to make things sound a bit shit than sound good.
Yeah.
Which sounds quite counterproductive, but it is.
They're more songy songs on the whole, but we're still cool. Don't worry. Okay.
Always.
And when it comes to writing, how do tracks normally start off for you guys? Is it a lyric, a melody, a riff? What kind of kicks things off?
So George, the singer, he does all the lyrics. So I guess typically he's always writing shit in his book. So he would be writing an idea, and from that it might spawn a rhythm or a riff based on whatever the hook of those lyrics might be.
Usually he'll have some chords or a riff on the guitar, and then he'll put it to us, and then we'll kind of formulate something around it. That's kind of it.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah. Idea, bring it to the practice room, and then flesh it out, and then done.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes do like a demo of it on Logic or something, just to try and. But writing in the studio, we're not really that good at it. It has to be done a bit before, I think.
Yeah. And once you've got your demos sorted and you go into the studio, how do you then get it from demo to completed track? How do you work it in the studio?
Yeah, it's funny that there's a term that gets thrown around called demoitis, which is where some musicians, I guess us and some others, would get really held up on a demo to be like, this demo sounds better than what I'm recording, and that might be true, but it might be placebo. But sometimes there's some songs on the first album where there are some sounds that have been literally pulled from demos, so we've been that hung up on them. But
We've become quite good at, I think, there has to be a stage in it where you have to be overly critical of what a song is. Do you need this part? Does it need to go there? Does it need to that? Do we need more? Do we need less? And I suppose over the years we've had to kind of get into the world of self-producing. And so when the songs got to Andy, our producer, it was almost like we need more. We've been too critical about it. So now the new kind of exercise we have is about where we can extend things as opposed to where we can cut them down, which is usually have the opposite problem. But yeah.
And sometimes on some demos, what we used to do is just stick a drum machine on, stick some slapback delay, make it quite like lo-fi, and like it sound like sort of Sleaford Mods in a bit. It would. And then when you take it to the studio and have like some nice mics, you're like, wait, it sounds nothing like the demo. Do you know what I mean? So you have to let go of that a little bit and understand it's not going to be some like lo-fi thing. Unless that's what you're going for, then
Absolutely. And obviously, coming back to the touring side of things, you've got loads of touring coming up, but I'm sure you want to go overseas as well. What's your plan for heading into Europe and over to the States?
We've got a couple in France.
We did a short run a month ago. We did a few shows in Paris. We always seem to go over to the Netherlands. They're great for music. They always have like English bands on. They're very they treat you very well. We're not, as a country, we're not very good at that, treating artists like, no, everyone in Europe puts us to shame really. But yeah, we haven't been to the States yet. We were going to before COVID, and then that happened. So I think South by is one we're definitely interested in. But like, I think to hit South by with a second album, that's our plan really.
Sounds good to me. Well, guys, it's been a pleasure
Thank you very
having
much.
a chat with you. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers.